If your friend group is filled with people that just want to be class clowns and they just want to vibe in class and they just want to make noise and they don't do their homework and so on and so forth, you are going to have to ditch them. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we speak about everything related to academics. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely hit the subscribe button. So in today's video, we're going to be speaking about how to get ahead of 99% of your classmates. It's going to be a fun one. So the stuff we're going to be talking about today is not going to be the generic stuff like studying, focusing, taking notes, all of that stuff. You guys already know what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to be giving you the behind the scenes. The very first thing is going to be slightly controversial, but hear me out. So the whole idea of getting 8 hours of sleep or more and always prioritizing your sleep and always prioritizing your mental health and this, that, and other. Listen, I'm not saying you guys must like sleep for 1.5 hours every single day and that you guys shouldn't prioritize your mental health. But if you truly want to become the best, you have to become obsessed with academics. You have to become obsessed. Like the only thing you should be thinking about 24/7 is books and your study routine and this, that, other. One of the things that one of my mentors says is that passion is for lazy people and obsession is for successful people. The second thing that I have found to be extremely successful is to create an anti-vision. So a lot of people have a vision for what they want their life to look like, right? But most people don't know what they don't want it to look like. So on a piece of paper, get a piece of paper. Here, write what you want your life to look like. I want this grade. I want this. I want this. I want this. Then what you don't want it to look like. And then the third thing is the power of removing all distractions and focusing on intention. If your friend group is filled with people that just want to be class clowns and so on and so forth, you are going to have to ditch them. You don't have to stop loving them. You can still love them. You guys can see each other during break time, but during class time, you are sitting as far away as you can. And usually that will be in the front because anyone that's not serious about school will always choose to sit in the back. If you truly are trying to be serious, beginning of semester, beginning of term, go sit in front. And it really will make a difference. Second distraction is TV, Netflix, all of this stuff that takes up a lot of time. Because think about it this way, when you go onto Netflix, there's nothing that you can watch there for 5 minutes. Anything that you're going to watch on Netflix is 100% going to take up at least an hour of your time, if not 30 minutes of your time. And that 30-minute show is not going to be enough, so you're going to end up watching 2 of them or 3 of them, which is going to be an hour and a half compounded. Really does make a difference. Another thing is reading books and the power of reading books. I have a book that I want to share with you. This book is absolutely amazing. It's called Think and Grow Rich. So a lot of people think that entrepreneurship books, success books, you can't apply them to academics. This book, everything that I have learned here, I can apply to my academics, and basically the whole idea of thinking and using your brain. Because successful people, one thing they have in common is that all of them are intentional about how they spend their time, intentional about the thoughts that they have. Everything is done intentionally. This is a really good book. It will also teach you about setting goals and believing in yourself. The very fourth thing that you need to understand is that time is a limited resource. Time is the only limited resource that exists. Money is a limited resource. No, that's a lie. You can always make more money. Energy is a limited resource. No, you can always have more energy. The only thing that you cannot get more of is time. Once the time has gone, it's gone. Thing of every day after school, you go, you chill on the grass, and you and your friends, you guys are having fun. Just observe and have a look at how the top students behave and like what their habits are after school. I at some point got tired of being a regular schmegular girl, and I was like, you know what, let's do something about this. And then I would observe like the smart kids. Like after school, I'd be like, nah, I want to know where they're going. I want to see where they're going as well. And they'd go and they'd chill in a classroom, see them there, they're already doing their homework, they're doing this. They do their homework after school before they go home. When they go home, then they can study. Most people want to do their homework when they get home, but then you also need to study, and then you feel like you don't have enough time. But it's not that you don't have enough time, it's just that you don't know how to manage your time. You get what I'm saying? The fourth thing is daily therapy, which is something that I have been implementing lately, and I absolutely love it. And it's based off of something called Solomon's paradox. So for those of you guys that don't know, King Solomon was a man in the Bible, the wealthiest man, the wisest man. And he was very wise. People would come to him for advice, and people from other nations and other kings would come and be like, oh my gosh, you're doing so well, how do you do it? And he'd give them advice. But then when he came to himself, like his personal life was just going downhill and downhill. And it's basically this whole idea that we are able to give advice to other people more than like we can give it to ourselves. Basically what I do is I've implemented daily therapy sessions where I get my laptop out and I literally speak to myself as though I was not Tafadzwa, and I'm like, hey, so there's this girl, she's kind of struggling with this, she's struggling with this, she's struggling with this. What advice do you have for her? And then me as Tafadzwa will respond to that scenario being my scenario, and I'll be like, well, I would tell her to do this, do that, do that. After you've done that, read your own advice, take it seriously, and yeah, you know, all the answers that you need are within you. Like people think, oh, the reason I'm not doing this because I don't know how to study. You know that you're supposed to be studying. You know that you're supposed to be writing notes in class. You know that you're supposed to be concentrating. The problem is not the fact that you don't know all of these things. The problem is that you're not implementing them, and you have to go and find out why it is that you're not implementing them. And the only way to do that is through Solomon's paradox. So you sit down and you should ask yourself, and you have therapy sessions with yourself. But instead of going to external people, seek external validation, look within and be like, you know, what can I be doing? Why am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I trust if you will look within, you will find the answers within yourself, and you will look at yourself and you'll be like, actually, what were we doing? What were we doing? The sixth thing is falling in love with knowledge. If there is someone who has something that you don't have but you would like, the only reason that they have it is because they know something that you don't know. All you need to do is implement and find out what it is that they know that you don't know and implement it. So like the best way to do this is, we all know the phrase, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. Start hanging around the people that have the kinds of things that you want, because they think a different way, they walk a certain way, they love a certain way. The conversations that they have daily, completely different. Like they could be sitting there during break time planning their study session for today. Oh, what are you guys doing? I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Getting good grades is about you understanding how to learn and how to organize information and how to answer questions and this. It's all about this complex thinking thing. So if you fall in love with the pursuit of knowledge, you can also learn how to use your specialized knowledge. Thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed filming this. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I have so many interesting videos coming up. I'm so excited for you to get to see them. Cool. Bye.